Hi, it's Hannah here from Herbology, and I just wanted to show you an example today of how astrology can help you to accept and perhaps even embrace your shadow side. So, we all have a shadow side, and it's basically those parts of your personality which you aren't proud of, or are uncomfortable with, or don't like in some way. So it might be that you have an addiction, it might be that you have a particular bad habit, or it might even be that in certain situations you behave in a particular way that is very deep and subconscious, and then you come away from that situation and you think, I wasn't a very nice person there. And this happens to all of us. It's really normal, and it's what psychologists would call your shadow side. So with astrology, what we can do is look into that a little bit more, try and understand it better. It's not always possible to learn to love it, but it is always possible to accept that that is part of your unique design. So I've been doing astrology for 30 years on and off. I've come and gone from it, and I'm now committed to studying it properly. And when I did level 1 of my applied astrology course a few weeks ago, I was talking to my mentor about this particular aspect of my personality, which I don't like and I really struggle with, and it's impacted my health and my relationships over the years. And I've been for tons of therapy, spent an absolute fortune, and it's got me precisely nowhere. And what she pointed out was this. So my problem that I'm talking about is that I'm basically an achievement addict. So it's quite interesting with the water signs, which is Pisces, Cancer and Scorpio. They are well known for being prone to addictions, largely as a means of escapism. So I've got my sun in Pisces and my ascendant is in Scorpio. So I've got 2 of the 3 water signs featuring quite prominently in my chart. I've never been interested in drugs. I'm not into alcohol or gambling or any of that other stuff. My drug is achievement. And I have no off switch. This is why I burnt out when I was 14 and got the chronic fatigue syndrome. So I have to feel that I'm achieving in quite a masculine way, particularly in business and earning money. And I've always said to my partner that I would be able to swap roles with him, and I would happily be the main breadwinner for the household if he could stay home and take care of the house and the child and everything else. And I would, I'd be up for that. I'm very driven when it comes to work and earning and contributing to the home, to the point where if for any reason I couldn't do that, I would go into a complete spin, like it would unravel my entire world. So even when I've fractured my skull falling off a horse, I've gone back to work the next day. When I had my son, I had a week off. I had a C-section with him, so I should have had several weeks off. I had a week off, which is one of those things we have to do when we're self-employed. But I'm always back in work ASAP unless I'm in a coma or something. This is not great. So this is where this comes from, okay? Venus. Venus is about things we love and find beautiful and what we find attractive, but it's also where we get our self-esteem. Venus is here in Aries. Aries is the sign we're in at the moment. It's the first sign of the 12 signs of the zodiac. It's the one that gets stuff started. It's the achiever. It's the hero. It's the pioneer. And Aries is ruled by Mars, and Mars is a very dynamic, pokey, masculine kind of energy. It takes no prisoners. It goes in, it gets the job done. And this is entirely me. I'm getting my self-esteem from achievement in Aries. But isn't it interesting how this is in the 6th house? And this is the house of health. And this has impacted my health even from a very young age. When I was 14, I was ill for 2 years, completely burnt out because I couldn't switch off. So this is really interesting. But the other interesting thing I find is that not everyone pays attention to this particular kind of aspect, but it's opposite my North Node, which is in Libra. So your North Node is your karmic North Star. It's opposite your South Node. So this is my South Node here, again in Aries. And your South Node is your start of your karmic pathway for this lifetime. So this is what you're coming in with karmically. And the idea is that this is your comfort zone. So this is what you'll always gravitate towards during the more tricky times in your life. But ultimately what you're aiming for is to break away from that and shift in this direction to your North Node. And my North Node is in Libra. So basically what this karmic theme is that I've come in as the warrior. I've come in as the fiercely independent person who didn't need anyone else, didn't need friendships, didn't need relationships, didn't need anyone else to support me, which was 100% true when I was younger. And I've got to learn to go from independence to codependence, to allowing some balance. This is about one-to-one relationships and partnerships and finding balance. So this is about me allowing myself to be provided for, cared for, looked after, financially, emotionally, and in every other sense. And I do still sometimes, if I'm completely honest, find this really difficult. Because I'm naturally going to gravitate back towards being the warrior, but also because I'm getting my self-esteem from earning and working and doing the male thing. And now I have to learn to let that go a little bit and kind of bend to the possibility that maybe someone else could help me and someone else could support me financially and otherwise. Now, I appreciate that actually not every man is going to want to be with a woman who is so into taking a kind of male role. This is not for everyone. I'm very fortunate in the relationship I'm in right now because that doesn't seem to be a particular problem, but it has put other potential partners off over the years and I can't help it. So, this is the thing. I have tried, but it's just me. And now I can see that in my chart. I can accept that that's just me. And, at the end of the day, if you can understand yourself, then you can start to understand the people around you and go, actually, they can't help that. That's just how they are. And you can either be okay with it or not be okay with it. But at least you can understand that they're not doing it on purpose and they're not doing it to annoy you. It's just the way they're designed. So this is why I love astrology. It helps you to accept even the more difficult parts of yourself. Sometimes you'll see aspects coming from the shadow sidey bits of the chart, which you can say, okay, well, you could do this. If you find it difficult to articulate how you feel, perhaps you could use journaling or you could use art or something else. There's this part that might help you find a way around it. But in this case, with me and my achievement addiction, there isn't anything really. So that's okay. I fully accept now that that's part of me. And I hope that you learn to love astrology as well and use it as a fast track way to love and accept yourself, because it is so brilliant. It is the missing link, in my opinion. And if you would like me to help you look at your astrology chart and pick out the key parts of that for you, please do pop me a little message. I'd be more than happy. We just need your date, time, and place of birth. I'm Hannah from Herbology, and I will see you again soon. Bye.